right, we've got our pieces here. We've let them dry for a few minutes and we've cleaned up. So let's put the card together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mats on the card. Now I just have one mat. You could, if you wanted, put another mat inside of it. It's just personal preference. I wanted to stay fairly simple and keep the focus on whatever was popping out of the card. But it's your choice. And then the other thing is I only put mats on the top part of the card. I didn't put anything right here, simply because I thought, you know what, once the card is popped up, you're not going to see any of that anyways. So if you choose, you can put stuff, you can decorate this. I didn't find it necessary. So whatever you choose to do. And I'm using a matte collage medium here so that if by chance there's anything that squeezes out beneath my cardstock, it is going to dry matte and it's going to dry clear and you're never going to see that it was there. And then let's put the sentiment on. There you go. And I just chose colors that coordinated with the daisies that we're going to go inside our little basket here. All right, I'm going to put this down while I do this. So it's kind of going to be kind of hard for you to see and for me to see. I'm going to place it in there without glue to see how far up I want it to go. And then I'm going to put my finger there, add a little bit of glue, and then put it back down. And I do need to hold it in place for a second because we're using some liquid glue here. It doesn't immediately stick. But I want to hold it for a second just to make sure that it's going to stay. For the other cards, I'm using double stick tape. I'm using the same sukwang that we used to put the card together. So for that one, because it's double-sided tape, I don't need to worry about it quite as much because it will stick immediately. So we're just going to keep building up the card. And I find it is easier to hold it in place from the bottom because then you're not playing or touching the flowers. So I'll place them and then I will hold it from the bottom for a few seconds. And for a video, I'm being a little bit quicker than I normally would, simply because I don't want you to be sitting there watching me hold stuff. For, you know, just being on your own gluing it, probably would take my time a little bit. Let it sit. So I've got 7 flowers total. I put 3 in the back and then I'm going to put 2 in each of the front layers. I put the full flowers in the back and the second layer, and I'm going to put my half flowers more towards the front. For no other reason than I feel like it. And you could also fill this up with more flowers. It doesn't need to be just this many. You can fill it up with as many as you want. And after a little bit, you kind of get to know how far down you need to put your glue, which takes a little bit of the guesswork out of it. All right, now let's get this last one in here. There we go. Oops, one of them fell out. So hold it for a few seconds to make sure that it is all stuck together. There we go. So we are ready to go. Anything that's stuck out of the bottom, We can snip that. There is our final card all put together. I'll see you in the next video and I'll show you a different version.